Welcome everyone to your reading. This is a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius for October 2017 for your sun sign or any other sign. Any sign that is very strong for you, right, in your chart, or that you feel strongly connected to. So your sun sign, your rising sign, and also your moon sign. And I think specifically your moon sign too, because, I don't know, the readings I do are just, they're a little bit, have a little bit of a psychological bent to them. So, yeah, definitely if the reading for your sun sign doesn't really kind of resonate, you might want to go check out your moon sign or your sign for another planet or whatever. Okay, so for you guys for this month, there's an energy of an excitement and a contentment, and it's actually quite nice and positive, I think, and a sense of looking forward and feeling like you're moving forward, right, in a very positive sort of structural way, and an adequately stimulating way, right? I'm feeling that for you guys, it's you're kind of on the move a little bit maybe, and so if not physically, then mentally or something, and so that's kind of giving you this a little bit of a boost, right? Hope, a sense of duty in a way, in terms of you're kind of really enjoying what you're into right now during this month, I think, and so you're putting a lot into it, is what I should say. And there's an element also of let me take a breath, self-expression, and feeling like you can kind of share some of your more inner parts of yourself, right? That you're being pretty authentic, and there's a sense of overriding any kind of nervousness. Like there might be a little bit of apprehension, right? If you're just somebody that's apprehensive about that kind of thing, but there's something that's kind of overriding that, and it's this forward momentum, right? This it's like worth it. As I said, you're being adequately kind of stimulated, and you're getting kind of a lot from it, and you're feeling like it's really useful, it's going somewhere, it's good, and it's yeah, it's good, I think. And there is an element of control, and I'm feeling it is kind of a self-involved sort of energy, right? Self-control, and just feeling like you are in control, or you're in a situation that feels nicely in control. You're a little bit comfortable, right? You're kind of able to come out of your shell, so or come out of a shell, or whatever, any kind of things that were hidden. You're feeling like maybe you're able to express them, and not in a dramatic way, but just, as I said, in an authentic way, right? You're kind of being able to feel authentically yourself. Yeah. And definitely some movement and some interaction and that kind of thing. A sense of kind of going, not going as in leaving, but going as in just like going and going. But yeah, so let me clean these up. Let me make sure there's not anything else I want to say. Yeah, it's a nice lighthearted but stable kind of energy. It feels comfortable, right? And authentic. So yeah, I'm going to clean these up and put some more cards down, and come back with some advice about how you can kind of utilize this energy maybe a little bit. So yeah, be right back. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm back. I plugged in my microphone, not that I know if that really makes a difference, and hopefully I'm sitting in the right spot this time. Okay, I'm back with your advice. That's what I'm back with. So yes, definitely remain authentic this month, right? Over sort of any like buddy trying to talk you into being adhering to like a tradition really, right? Not necessarily just say no to it, but remain authentic to yourself. And then also to, I want to say, rather than saying that you made something, right, to think of it as you're making something. It's more of it's this sort of like, oh sweet, like look where I am now energy, versus look where I am now and where I'm going, right? You want to stay on that where I'm going path, and realize it's kind of like where you are now is a step to where you're going still, right? So you want to keep that like making rather than made, right? Keep things in the future tense. And then also where it comes to any kind of if we're looking at any kind of job related thing or something like that, focus more on or just your physical environment, right? To focus less on acquisition and more on stability, and again staying future oriented, right? So things may be coming in that seem very ideal and maybe making a lot of promises, and maybe feeling like you could be making huge gains from it right away, right? And you want to check in on those things and make sure that they're going to be a little bit more lasting, I think. And if there's sort of a question, or there's sort of another way that you can go that's something a little bit more stable and a little bit more maybe less glamorous in the moment, but more future oriented, to kind of definitely consider those things that are future oriented, and realize that when you have these power moments like this, right, that you can utilize them rather than just relaxing into them, although they are nice. And it is nice to feel inside yourself, right, and feel this bit of self strength and that kind of thing, that you want to stay malleable and stay continuing to see what you can make and see what you can build, and see what kind of connections you can see, and patterns and stuff and things you can get into. And don't be afraid to be very what do I want to say, be very I guess I want to say like intense in that, but just be put yourself in that place, right? Like kind of like fully in that place, so that when you're having your regular sort of self-power moment or whatever, amongst that you're directing that, right, consciously by putting yourself in the mind frame of this future oriented kind of space, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes some sense. Yeah, it's definitely a positive vibe, but definitely wants you to remain on the move, right? Don't get too super comfy, but still utilize that comfortability and that self possession or whatever, to help you in that endeavor, right? To continue to go forward, because those are really kind of the times, I think, that we make some of the best I don't want to say the best decisions, but sort of that can be little deciding factors, right? That really can spin you off into a really good direction, versus just kind of an okay direction, right? When you're being really true to yourself, and then you sort of make those decisions that are going to be long lasting, and that things are going to branch off of, right? They're going to have a lot of effects for you in the future, and so you want to make sure that from the get-go they're really in line with what you want to do, and what your ideals and your standards for yourself are, and that kind of thing, so that you don't wind up with problems later on down the road, or having to start over or whatever. yeah, and there's a creativity to it too, right? Like I said, you're making, you're building, you're going, you're kind of creating something. So yeah, have fun with that. If this was helpful to you, let me know. You can also thumbs up the video and subscribe and that kind of thing. Thank you for watching. I will see you some other time. Bye.